Hi, I'm Trish Lapidus. I have spoken elsewhere about how my book, Swamp Walking Woman, is a fairy tale and what that means. I wanted to say a little bit more about fairy tales. We are familiar with, for example, Disney's versions of many older fairy tales, and some of us who are later in life and did a lot of reading as kids, read Grimm's fairy tales. Now, Grimm's fairy tales were the patriarchal version of earlier fairy tales, and I don't trust them. I don't think that they have wisdom in them. I think they have force, coercion, lies in them. I don't think they give you a sense of direction in life. And with Disney, of course, Disney took all that gore and blood out of them and gave them happy endings. But the thing is, we still don't get the wisdom. We get the story. We get a child's story that has a happy ending. So Disney's fairy tales start out in innocence and end in innocence because they are for children. Grimm's stories start out in slavery, really, and end in slavery because the lessons are that you have to be afraid, that life is very scary, and that there's no way out. So that's why I don't trust them. Now, Swamp Walking Woman has those elements that belong to the original fairy tales that our mothers told in ancient times. And I spoke earlier about the innocent. The next stage after the innocent, whose only job is to get lost, really, is the orphan. Okay, so we find in the ancient fairy tales that there is the protagonist going along in a lost state, either physically lost, as Swamp Walking Woman is, because she walks out into a world that she expects to be her neighborhood and gets lost because she walks into a swamp that she's never seen before. It's as if swampiness has engulfed her neighborhood, and this was totally unexpected. And so from then on through much of the story, she is lost, and to emphasize the lostness, she finds on a little hummock of grass a little girl asleep, a child no more than 3 years old, who is just sound asleep on this hummock. And Swamp Walking Woman can't find the little girl's parents. So suddenly she's not only lost herself, but she has this little lost girl that she carries through the swamp, through her troubles, and tries to make a home for until she can find the little girl's parents. So at that stage in the ancient fairy tales, the question is, who do I belong to? Do I belong anywhere? Is there a family for me? What happened to my parents? That sort of thing. And it can feel quite frightening. It can feel, very alone. But there's a certain task that the person works out at that level about what to do about discovering himself or herself all alone in this wide world of, possible enemies.